Hey folks, Larry here, and today I want to talk a little bit about some of my favorite pens and why they're my favorite pens, and to help some of those folks out there decide if this is the pen that you're seeking or not. You know, it's very difficult to let a person know in a video or direct that person to a pen that they're thinking about getting but not sure they're getting, so they want input, so they check out different reviewers, but you know, reviewers can either have the same agreement, or you may find it a little bit up and down, but maybe still on that same level, close to that. It's either all good or it's not good. But this is why when I use a pen, it'll take me a while to review a pen, because what I used to do years ago is I do a mail call and then I go ahead and do a pen review right then. Well, I really wasn't getting, for me, enough information, enough time to see if the pen that I acquired is going to benefit me. Now, yeah, the pen can look marvelous. It looks stunning. It's got all these bells and whistles, and you're all dazzled by them. I know I am. And I say, well, that's the pen I got to have. And then after I get the pen and start using the pen and writing with it, after a while I find out, wow, did I make a mistake? It's just not in the nib, because like I've always said, the heart of a pen is the nib. If that nib is not to your liking, then you're not going to have a wonderful writing experience. I don't care what anybody says. Now, there's a whole lot more reviewers that are more expertise than I am, true. But me, I'm going by what I think, what my views about a fountain pen are. So that's why I have to research the pen, study the pen, and use the pen for a while, so I can give you guys the best input I can about the pens I use. It's really important. So if you can get to a pen store or a pen show, I advise you to check out the pens that way. That's the best way to check out a pen. Now, if you happen to run into Frank from Federalist Pens, just let him know that Larry sent you, and could you try out a pen? Or even Anderson pens, Fountain Pen Revolution would be another one. Jim Hines pens, the custom pen maker. These are just a few of the people I know. They'll let you try the pen to see if that pen is going to be the right one for you. And they'll even help you. If you're not happy with that pen, then they're not happy, because they want to get you something that's going to fit what you want, not what they want. Okay? So let's get a look at these pens I have down here. Now, these are all the Pilot. All of them are Pilot pens. I have the Pilot Custom 743, then I have two Pilot Customs 74s. Okay? So why two Custom 74s? One's a fine and one's a medium nib. Okay, that's why. You know, when I first got these pens back in the day, they were okay. And, I liked them. They were fine. But I put them up. And because I review so many pens, I didn't really have a chance to bond with my personal pens the way I want to. And for me, that's very important. I don't care if it's 99 cents, $1.49, or a $1,200 pen. I need to bond with my pens. That's very, very important for everyone. If you don't bond with the pens, then it's just another tool, just another fountain pen. And to me, no more than that. This is my heart right here in this pen. This is me in a pen. You know where I'm coming from? It's like you love this pen so much because the way it writes, the way it handles, the way it feels in the hand, the way that nib just goes across the paper. It's all about that nib. And then you can get to the bells and whistles. If it has any fun, it looks glamorous, it looks luxurious, it's fantastic. I'm just going, wow, what a pen. So you can pay, there's all kinds of prices you can pay. So people have asked me, which is better, the Jinhao or the Lamy? Which is better, the Pilot or the Lamy? The Pilot or the Sailor? And it goes on and on and on. Well, they all have good points. They all have great personalities. They all do a wonderful job, at least for the pens that I've experienced. So let's go ahead and get started on these three particular pens. Okay, then I'll talk a little bit about them, talk about that nib. That's the most important part. Do a writing sample, then we're done. Okay, here we go. And then, Mr. Announcer, I'll be using, what kind of paper is this?
A Yush paper.
Yes, and this is what I picked up. Thank you to Mr. Frank at Federal List Pens and Paper. And I've asked Frank, I need a tablet. I think the 8x11. So I need that really, really bad. Okay, but anyway, so let's get to the pen. That's more important right now. So let's go ahead and start with the Pilot, the Custom 743. Beautiful resin, the gold trim, Pilot on the clip, little ball on the end, the big white band, then the thin silver bands, another band at the bottom, cigar shape. Looks really magnificent, really a great color. I think it looks impressive. But I think the pens that I'm going to talk to you about today, they all speak for themselves because of the nibs. So, twist off cap and twist off barrel. I do like the new filling system on here. Okay, the Con, I think it's that the Con 40 they have. I have to look it up, but beautiful writer. And get the old eyes out here. And this one is, of course, the medium nib. Number 15 it says. And this is the 14K. So, we're going to get to writing with the Pilot Custom 74. And the ink I'm using on this little jewel is going to be the, I'm sorry, this is the Pilot 743. I pulled up the wrong pen, so yeah, this is the Pilot 743. So, and this is the, 14K, medium nib, okay? So, let me get that corrected before somebody corrects me. So sorry, yep. But anyway, Pilot Custom 743 with a 14K medium nib, and it is a lovely nib. And the ink I'm using, hello, Missy. Okay. And the nib test here for wetness. Nice, wet. Smooth nib, lovely nib. I'll be with you in a minute, Missy.
In case you can't hear, Missy the cat is calling for us.
Yes. I'll be with you when I get done, sweetie. So this is a Pilot Custom 743 medium 14K nib. Lovely rider. Smooth nib, wet. It's everything in a pen that I like. Feels good in the hand, looks good, and it writes extremely well. And now we're going to go with the Pilot Custom 74. Okay, I got it right this time. And this is a $14K medium nib, and this is the Pilot on the ink. Anniversary. That's that Pilot 100 anniversary limited edition ink that came out on, was it last year or year before last? Really a beautiful color of ink. You know, when I first got this ink, I didn't like it. It didn't pop. It was flat. It did anything for me. I was really disappointed in it. Didn't use it for a long time. So when I re-inked this pen with this ink, all of a sudden, pop. It came to life. Now, I like it. Nice and wet, great nib. Another great fountain pen. And it really does the job. And this is the dark blue one. I don't know if you can tell it or not, but it is blue, not black. See that now? Yeah. That's a really nice blue color. Good looking fountain pen. It's dressed up with that gold trim on it, and that really makes a pen to me pop. So beautiful pen. Again, fits well in my hand. Nice balance to the pen. It's not a heavy pen. It's a lighter pen, but it has just enough weight to make it, let you know that it feels great in your hand. You know you have a pen in your hand. But then that nib, when you get to writing, that nib's going to do all the talking that you need to know about this pen. Last but not least, another Pilot Custom 74. This is a teal or a green, would you say?
Yeah, it's in that general area. Teal.
Yeah, so I thought it was a real good looking pen. Looks beautiful again with the gold trim. Pilot on the clip there. Real nice job. Pilot does just an extremely nice job on their fountain pens, the Japanese made pens, of course. So let's get to writing on this one. And let me see here. That's going to be the Pilot Custom. With a 14K nib and a beautiful fine nib. Now, I am not really a fine nib person, but I do have some fine nibs and extra fine nibs that are smooth and wet. Those, for me, are acceptable. And of course the ink, the Yamabudo. Again, a fine nib, but it does lay down the ink wet and smooth, and it pops. And there you have it. You have 3 Pilot pens, and they are, in my opinion, extremely nice writers. It does the job. I have a lot of enjoyment out of these pens. They're not a boring pen, and I love their nibs. So, if you're interested in these pens, my opinion, you're going to love them. Now remember, we have all different opinions. This is just my opinion. Okay, and I'm hard to please. Folks, I'm going to wrap it up now, but thank you for joining me on Larry's Thought and Pens Review. And, you know, thanks to each and every one of you for hanging in there with me. I've been having a lot of health problems, but you're still there, hanging in there. I'm still in there, hanging in there. And I'll be damned if I am just going to fade out of the picture. I'm here, baby. I'm here to rock and roll with some mighty, outrageous fountain pens because I got it, baby. You know what I'm saying? Peace and a lot of love, and be kind to a stranger. Bye-bye.